Habib?
Habib is
I'm
cool.
bringing this from home. Not this home, back home.
You made it?
I made it. No, I don't. I have no talent. No, this is actually like my cousin remembers that I liked camels when I was like 14, and she always gives me fucking camels. So she sent this like maybe 2 years ago.
So if the house is burning, that's the first thing you grab.
That's the first thing I throw back in.
Yeah.
No, it's staying here. It's staying. No, I love Habib. This is Habib. I named him. All right, face and friends, we're live. Let's do this. Habib, how are you doing? I got my boy Roderick Benson here.
What up?
Actual friend. Actual friend of Face. People people. Someone I actually hang out with. No offense, guys.
It's all right.
That's okay.
No, I want Roderick on the show as soon as possible because he's fucking. Not only is he like really funny, he's a Renaissance man. He's an artist, former basketball player. You know solo hoop, do you?
Not at all.
Not at all.
Not even a little bit.
He played professionally. He played professionally here, overseas, which is more than I can say about. I'm not even a professional comic. He's a professional at what he has done.
Mm-hmm.
And then, he also writes great articles, and I skim them and then give him bullet points like I read it.
Yeah.
I just read the headlines.
It's crazy because I don't write the headlines, right? So a lot of times it's just like supposed to be more grabby. And then people, they just read that, and then I get my Twitter mentions full of like rednecks who are like super mad at the title and didn't read it. Like, how dare you say Disneyland's a price gouge? Well, did you read it? No, but it's not. I hate you.
Oh my God. Yeah. That's fine. Man. Do I want to see your inbox?
I think you'd enjoy my inbox. I think you'd like it.
I like it. Like I'm like, you know what? Hey, Rod, some of these guys got a point.
I just think you like. I think you
enjoy
enjoy like
racism
when it's not from you.
So it's pretty heavy hate.
It's a lot of hate.
Have you ever had one guy's like, hey, I'm from Tallahassee, and after reading your article, it really changed my mind. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Actually, yes. I
Really?
posted one of those on my story like last week. Remember? Like it was like some guy's like, I'm not a political guy. I mean, yeah, it was a thick email, but it's like I'm not a political guy. I don't even think about this stuff, but you really got to me, man. Like, I'm not gonna change my ways. And I was like, that's a positive. That's why we do what we do.
Damn, you're like that guy who converted all those Klans members like one at a time. One at a time. It's like,
Was that Dave Chappelle?
No, it's a guy from like Alabama or something. I remember reading about this guy.
Yeah, you don't know about that guy? Well,
No, I think Dave Chappelle probably converted more.
You think Dave Chappelle converted more than the guy
into the Klan?
Into the Klan, yeah. Well, actually, maybe after like the transgender stuff, like let's say he's been on our side the whole time. Like let's just, you know what? I like this Dave Chappell.
After the draft college, I feel like everyone was on his side after that one.
Which one? After the
draft college or whatever.
Oh, the
racial draft.
The racial draft.
Yeah, racial draft.
He's a young man. He doesn't know.
Yeah, I watched it. It was awesome.
You watched it when you were 13, bro. Come on, chill.
It's like the Asians now get the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah.
The RZA, the Jizza. They set it up really
respect
specifically.
the deck. Yeah, that was a good drawn out.
Awesome.
For shizzle.
Yeah, that whole sketch was perfect. And a young Bill Burr being the white racist guy.
Yeah.
And nobody realizes that. Nobody like you go back. You're like, that was Bill Burr.
Yeah.
It's like OJ black again. Then they just like.
Bill Burr's in that show quite a bit, actually.
He was one of the writers.
Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Yeah, dude. Bill Burr is Michael Rappaport gets a lot of praise as the black ally, but I think Bill Burr.
Bill Burr and Neil Brennan.
Oh well, yeah. I forget that Neil Brennan's not black.
Yeah.
Full stop. We'll just leave it there.
No, just leave it there. Full stop. And I probably shouldn't start it again. All right, Roderick.
So is a lot of your commentary on like political stuff that you're writing about, or what is it kind of? What's the focus?
No, I have full like carte blanche to write about anything I want. So like I wrote about mental health once, and that's deep. And then I wrote about like how being tall is trash and people don't get it. Mm-hmm. And I wrote about Disneyland being trash. Like a lot of my articles are about something being trash. Just from my point of view of why it's trash, basically.
That's why he's featuring me in the next one. It's always like it is always like attention and like a grab from the article headline, and then when you read it, it's just, it's like oh shit, yeah. It's like, and then like your article about Space Jam. I think I even said, "What are you talking about?" You're like, did you read it? I was like, "Nah, let me go read it." And then I was like, and then like before I even read it, I had the same point as everyone else, which is like giving away the article. Like it's that Space Jam 1 wasn't that good of a movie either.
Space Jam 1 was not good. We remember it from being a kid. Like if you watch it now, if you watch it objectively, it's not a good movie. Space Jam 2 is also not great, but it actually has way less holes, and it's like actually makes a point. Like what's the point of Space Jam 1? Just like Michael Jordan can do anything. Like,
Yeah.
I guess, like, is that the takeaway? Like,
Steroids are awesome. I think.
No, I
well, Space Jam 2 has an actual takeaway, which is like, oh, like, family is important, and you got to give your kids room to breathe and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
and also Space Jam 1, all the Michael Jordan stuff is a lie. Like, he didn't care about his family at all. He didn't, he didn't live in the fucking suburbs. Like, he's
They made it seem like he you know what's funny? Fucking Kevin McAllister from Home Alone living in a better house than Michael Jordan.
Facts.
Go watch Home Alone 2. He's living in like this. Michael Jordan's living like where? Like in fucking Woodland Hills.
Yeah. And Michael Jordan also never took his family on vacation, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Not once.
Not once.
He went on vacation alone.
Right, he's golfing and smoking cigs.
Golfing, smoking
Cigars.
cigs. He didn't even take Scotty. Yeah. That's
Scotty
weird.
keeps on getting more and more butthurt as it goes on.
He's getting.
I think Scotty. First of all, when I watched Last Dance, I had the exact same takeaway Scottie Pippen is having now. I was like, but no one wanted to listen because like, but it's Michael Jordan. I'm like, I've never seen a bigger dick and he produced it himself. I'm like, if anyone else produced this, all the dick stuff would just be way more like. He's like one of the worst teammates I've ever seen, and like we reward it because it's like we have this like idea of like what an alpha should be.
Right.
But I got an argument with Terry Porter. Because he was on my podcast maybe last year. Yeah. Big Michael guy, Terry Porter. And I said, look, there's been essentially 5 champions in the last 30 years. I mean, with a couple outliers, but the Bulls run, the Spurs run, the Warriors run, LeBron's run, and the Kobe Lakers run. Yeah. And I'm like, 3 of those teams were run by very, very nice people, and they won just as many games as the 2 teams run by dickheads. Like, we need to stop pretending that that's the only way to be successful, because it isn't. Yeah, like, I like Face because he's not a dickhead. Like, and I'm serious. Like, and everything he touches, he brings people in in a way that like breeds success. Like, you don't have to just be an asshole all the time to get what you want. Like, I don't believe in that.
That's true. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We have Reddit.
Hold on. Let me bathe in the compliment. I was raising only my mom is nice to me. My mom and Roderick are the only 2 nice people to me. But no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
Face, when you try to come off as a dick on stage, it's just not true.
Yeah, it's so funny. I do get that a lot. They're like, when I'm on stage, I have that like persona, and then they come up to me like, "Oh, you're actually nice." I was like, "Yeah, just complaining on stage about regular shit."
I mean, you got fans on a podcast right now. Like,
oh, that's true. That's true. But it's also nobody else will work with me for every week. So.
Yeah, we just have the time slot open. That's what's
I thank you guys for being flexible. By the way, appreciate you both. You had a question for Roderick.
Well, no, I just think it is interesting how we've bred a culture where we think you have to be a dick to win. Granted, I think we had the early on. That's the only thing that we had to look off of right now. We have to give more credit to like LeBron's to prove that it does work another way, right?
Magic Johnson has never been a dick a day in his life.
Good point.
Like, it's going back. I mean, maybe Larry Bird was a little bit, but nobody who ever played with Larry Bird has said anything bad about him. Like, it's, and you got to look at other sports too. It's just not. It's uniquely American usually, and it's like it's such a weird thing. Like, I just don't think that's necessary. I just don't.
I mean, like Larry Bird was like a dick to the opposing players.
Like
LeBron actually, if you ever go to a game, he talks a lot of smack. I mean, it's in fun, but he talks a lot of smack. Not to his team though. Right. Like I think like Kobe has literally said just like on like a wayward shot, like just get the rebound before. Isn't that like his thing?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, dude, like you say that now. I think you can get canceled. It's like that's like a Sports Center top 10 now. It's like is he toxic? That's gonna be like 10 years. I think 10 years are gonna start when they read like articles like yours about mental health in sports. I think in 10 years you're gonna get canceled for just being a little mean. Yeah. But why don't we just forward the process and stop the dickheads in sports? Because
everyone has to be like Steph Curry now, like for now on, just to be like the nice Christian guy, just playing really good basketball.
Well, Steph Curry doesn't talk a lot either. He almost never opens his mouth about something controversial ever, even within his own team. Like the whole Draymond KD thing. Mm-hmm. Has Steph ever commented on that? Ever? As a leader of a team?
No. Controversial. He likes Chick-fil-A.
That's not controversial though. Everyone,
Jesus chicken. Yeah.
You know how many gay people I know who are like shit for that chicken.
There's one in Hollywood. I see the gay people there. They're like, well, it is technically franchise. So I can go that one. It's technically franchise. Have you had Polynesian sauce? Yeah. Polynesian sauce overtakes bigotry. Yeah. You could dip that. You could dip that bigotry right in the Polynesian sauce.
I secretly make like racist decisions against myself if the food is good enough. Like, I'm like, should I put this watermelon on top of this fried chicken? I'll do it. I'm not gonna tell anybody.
If the sauce is good, the sauce is good. You know what I mean?
Dude, isn't it funny how like the things you have to be aware of depending on what race. LJ, you could set this one out.
I'm in.
You're like, I'm from like Wisconsin. I'm getting weird about eating cheese in front of people. Like, no, it's
Minnesota is totally different
the
culture.
same shit. That's not one state. But no, like me, like when I my internal battle with how much cologne to wear. Like, if I do more than 3 sprays, I'm like, fuck. One time I forgot and put it on twice. I just stayed home.
Yeah.
I just stayed home. I was like, let me take a shower. No, this shit ain't coming off. I got that shit from Saudi.
But that's a good point. I think about that all the time where it's like, I want both of the two things I'm about to say equally. One, if it's road rage, I want you to look through my window and see like, that's a Negro in there. He might beat my ass. And I also want a cop to see me inside and be like, totally safe. And keep driving. And I don't know which one I want more. But it's conflicting.
That's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, I think, we want white privilege. This is what it is. You know what I mean? I think it's what, someone doesn't come and mess with us, and then we come and mess with you.
Yeah.
And then we say, and then we go, you know what I mean? When you get, mess with us.
Jesus Christ.
Right.
Imagine Roderick having to get like pulled over. And then not only is he black, like step out of the car. Like, oh fuck yeah, I'm gonna have to shoot this guy. That's the only way. How threatening for you would threaten a normal guy. Yeah. Imagine a cop who just has that in them.
What do you mean? I imagine that every day. It's like,
I was actually speaking to everybody else, not you. Not you. I know what you do.
PSA: I am 6'10", 280 pounds.
Yes.
And
forgot to mention.
They do come for me.
They come for you. They have his picture at the range. Actually, I saw it. It's weird.
They stapled it over Osama.
There you go.
It's a new Public Enemy. He came for Disneyland.
Yeah, we got him. Like, he came for Disneyland. Why is Roderick Benson attacking American values such as Disneyland and Space Jam? The good and Michael. You know what the problem is? Michael Jordan was a Republican. That's why they came after.
They buy shoes too, my guy.
They buy shoes too. I love how I judged that in retrospect, and then like yeah, I remember like, I'm getting close to one of the shows I'm producing by myself. I better just take it easy on the Trump memes this week.
Yeah.
I love that. You know what's so funny about that too? I make memes about like everything. I don't care. I've made memes about Biden, everything. And the funny thing is the only people that unfollow me or say something and cry about it are Republicans. When I thought like my side, the liberals were the cancel culture people. There's no one that's like, you took it too far. I'm like, well, it's not like you sound like jihadis with the Prophet Muhammad. Yeah. The way a Trump, and out of context Trump meme too. Never like anything political. I'll be like, that face you make when your girl stank, like, like that thing. And he's just like, and it's like something stupid like that. They will be like, you really should respect the president. I'm like, because he's so respectful to other presidents.
Right. Yeah. That is definitely a conservative response, is to respond with like anger and like tears. Mm-hmm. Even I was saying about my inbox, from some of the articles I write, it takes a lot of effort to read an article of mine that doesn't have anything other than my name, find my like art page, and send me a personal email via the contact on that page, just to say like, your article sucks. Yeah. Like it's such like a wild. Like, yeah. Did you care that much? Like it's so only they do that.
Yeah. Well, I would kind of disagree. I think it's such a human thing to like hate what you see in yourself on the other side, right? Because like as a person who's more right, I would say the left. I would feel that a lot more, that energy. Mm-hmm. But you are right. Like the cancel culture on the right's real, but it's always usually forgot about. Yeah. And it's less like if you say cancel culture, you're talking.
The thing is like the thing is the things that people on the left get offended about are so stupid. That's what it is. But the right just get offended about like things that show that they're stupid.
100%.
Yeah, no, right. But like, yeah, it's so funny about how crazy people go. Like again, Roderick, you're not like, for someone who is like a public figure, you're not. You don't like, you're not doing things. You post as you like. You do it. You're kind of just like in your own lane. You're not like someone who's like, I'm actively trying to get followers. I'm actively you follow me. You don't. You have like so many avenues and so many things you are already like. If you want to go and be like, hey, Instagram, verify me. You played in career professional. That's enough to verify you right there. You have your art. That's enough right there. You're a columnist. So you're not like someone. So they really have to make an effort to come find you.
They really do. They really do.
Bro, I was friends with you for years. Didn't even know he had Instagram. No, since 2012. I followed him last year.
Well, because, you do it for the followers, but I do it for the ratchets.
Yeah, there you go.
In that way, I am available. Any ratchets?
Any ratchets.
I'm on these streets.
Well, that's 90% of my following, so shout out, Mom. But yeah, no, it's so funny how like so we were talking about this before you came in. Like I went to that Wii Spa. You remember this? So I don't know why.
Korean Wii Spa on Wilshire.
Yeah, you know,
Gets a lot of love in LA for stories.
Yep. So like the thing is like I don't know what it is about the right. They just love storming shit that they don't like. They're gonna storm if Chili's the next day was like, we're pro Antifa. They're gonna storm the Chili's, even if they were just like, hey, you know what? We're gonna start bringing in like product from China. Like they're like, all right, they're fucking with them. Like Biden said, like with Biden and all this shit. They'll storm anything that is not in their wheelhouse. So I don't know if you guys heard about this, but there was a transgendered person that went into the Wii Spa and the women's thing, and whether it's right or wrong.
A penis went into the
A penis was in the vagina area. A woman with a penis was in the vagina area.
Okay.
And like I always found it weird when I was there that same day. The same day though, I was there. They stormed it literally like 30 minutes.
No way.
He's still claiming it's not him.
It's not me. It's not me. It's not me. It's not me in
Are
a
you
way.
saying they stormed Wii Spa?
They stormed Wii Spa.
Who is they? And how many?
How many
The same people that couldn't make it to Washington D.C. on January 6th.
They're like, we got another one.
Yeah, it was like a whole thing got shut down. I was literally there 30 minutes. 30 minutes after I left. I was there 30 minutes before, and they came in 30 minutes after I left. It was like my girlfriend's gift to me for like I was having back problems. She's like, it was a sweet gift. I was like, let these motherfuckers ruin my spa day. See how nice I am with my. Now the thing is like I don't want to be. There was kids there, and like you pray in Korea and you've been to the Korean spa. And I want to hear your Korean spa story in a second because I love it. But it is weird. It is their culture though. It is weird that they do sometimes have kids in there, but they're little Korean kids. That didn't bother me. I mean, it did bother me. I just covered up because you're not allowed to wear anything in a Korean
So you
spa.
just hold it.
Yeah, you either hold it, or you just go in, you don't want to be like rude.
You can make a hard turn where you might not. It's just more cheeks than balls.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, but there's there's people in the spot and they're all comfortable. There's a bunch of Korean guys splashing each other, just talking, joking, probably after work or whatever. It's not really my place to judge. I was just like, fuck it. I mean, I saw a brother in the jacuzzi. I sat next to him. I was like, all right, we're close. He's like, why are you so close to me? And then Rodrigo told me to go away. And then no. I was like, we're chilling here. I was like, I'm chilling. It's fine. It's the culture. The thing that bothered me is when the white dude brought in his white sons, like under 10 years old. I'm like, come on, man. You're American. There's a point where wokeness has gone too far. Like you don't have to. You could respect other people's cultures, but you don't have to be a part of it. Like saying appreciate you with too much A on it. That's bothering me too. Yeah. Tell your friends. You can just respect the culture with it. But so that was bothering me, and then that was bothering me the kids. So I understand why people are like, well, we don't want our daughters seeing a penis. I don't care if that woman identified you as a woman now. She has a penis, and that's something I'm not ready to explain to my 8-year-old. Mm-hmm. Stop bringing your 8-year-old there.
Don't bring your kid to
Don't bring a kid to a Korean spa.
No, they do bring kids to Korean spas in Korea quite often. It's not. But yeah, you're right. I've never seen a white person do it. Yeah. I've never seen a black person do it. I've only seen Korean people do it.
Because you're in Korea.
But it's also still super weird when you're not Korean.
Exactly.
And because I think in America, they're so used to seeing Americans that I don't think you get stared at the same. Yeah. In Korea, you get stared at for being just different at all. Everyone here would get stared at. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then being tall, and then them expecting you to have a huge dick, and then actively looking at it, and then making noises when they see it alongside their kids. Oh, yeah. And they look, very big size, and big hip. Big hip. When they say big hip, they mean you got a fat ass. Like, oh, big hip. You like hip. Staring directly, like right at your shit, like it's science class. Like, oh wow, we're learning so much today, son. Like, I do not understand the bringing of the kids, but they do that out there, so it is what it is.
Hey, and I love going to Koreatown because the food's good. Dude, the Koreans are very audible. They're very audible. They are audible. Yeah.
They are. They get, but it's a nice form of communication though. It is nice because as they're listening to, they'll be like, oh, like, so you're like being engaged, and then like, so like it's very much like just acknowledging what you're saying.
Big, yes, nice, good day, big.
I love when I pass by a Korean person and they're just like "nigga" on the phone. Or something.
No, they don't.
Oh my God.
No, they don't.
You liar.
I was there for a decade. I never heard that shit once.
Every fucking time. I don't know if it's Japanese or Korean.
I think.
"nigga" every time.
You know the way to. Okay, let me just.
They're on the phone for some reason. Every time.
Let me just fix your.
Sending it to the phone.
They're not looking at me, and they're looking like they pass me right by, and they go "nigga."
No, get out of here.
Can I just?
Japanese
Hey, shut up for a second. Shut up, everybody, shut up. The reason you're hearing that is not racism. It might be. They might be racist, but I'm just saying the way to say hello in Korea is "안녕 하십 니가."
Why do they say every time they pass me by?
Because you're always interrupting.
Hello, bro.
Because
They've been on the phone for 10 minutes. Why are they saying hello?
How do you know if you just passed them by 10 minutes?
because you're a black man walking by them, so they're calling the cops. Niga cops, niga police. He's gonna no, niga. How do you say niga? Like hello, like
Okay, niga,
hello. I need
niga.
the police.
What?
There's a black man staring at me who's like he's
Oh,
gonna
my
steal my
Lord.
wallet.
I'm getting peanuts.
I just want to be fair. None of this is accurate.
This is real. I've seen it. I was right there.
No, bro. By the way, Koreans want to be.
Your
Koreans
experience
love
doesn't
black people.
matter.
No, it doesn't.
There's a collective experience that matters, not your personal
You know
experience.
what? And that reminds me. I want to talk to you about tall black privilege and short privilege later on. We'll get back to that in a second.
No, I think we can go. But I'm just to tell you that black people, they want to rap. They love black people. They just don't like other Asians.
They don't like Japanese people specifically.
Yeah, that's because they're fighting for top supremacy of more bougie Asian.
I will say it was super wild when I went to Beijing with my Korean team, and they like didn't trust any of the food, so they only ate like canned spam that they flew in with them.
Canned
They
spam.
wouldn't eat the Chinese food, and I was like, "This is a lot of people like I've watched you eat like a squid live. You know, like what is that? I'm the one who's distrusting. How are you guys distrusting each other?
It's
like,
funny when you're in a situation like that. You're like, you look, don't bait me into this racism. I can't touch it. They're like, no, but you don't understand. And I'm like,
I'm out.
All right, that's when you just go to McDonald's. You got to trumpet.
Yeah.
That's the one thing.
Most of my meals in Beijing were KFC.
Yeah.
Most of them.
How's
At
that-
least like something's there, like for you. You know. What
Yeah, I mean, KFC overseas is a little better. Not gonna lie. There's no joke there.
They don't put the extra additives in the chicken. They actually it's like normal chicken.
The issue overseas is that they don't never have mashed potatoes, and mashed potatoes and gravy is like the stalwart of. Even they don't even have it in like Canada. They don't have. It's only in America that they have the mashed potatoes and gravy.
What the hell? Why? That should be like the number one import. Is that KFC gravy is actually good. I don't care.
That's
Yeah.
true.
KFC gravy is actually like
It's fantastic. I don't know what it's made out of, but it's fantastic.
I don't care. I don't care. In Saudi Arabia, they have the gravy in Saudi Arabia. It's made with the oil.
Wait,
It's
what's
good.
the chicken place in Saudi Arabia that when I was there, they're like, oh, you have to have this chicken place. And we tried it, and I was like, you guys overhyped this
Oh,
shit. Like
you know, it's funny. I asked my mom about it because she knew exactly the place. I forgot the name, but you tell them the story about the fried chicken when you went over there.
It's just every single Saudi person was like, oh, you like this. Like, you got to try this fried chicken. we're like, what fried chicken? They're like, I forget the name. I forget the
Black
name.
man, come here.
But
You
they're-
like
but
fried
they're
chicken?
like-
They lean in.
So like one night, I mean, I didn't go with the guys, but like two of the guys, we were there for a 3-on-3, so it was like 4 of us. 2 of the guys went to go pick up chicken for all of us from this place because it was supposed to be like I mean, I was there for 4 days and I probably heard 25 references to this fried chicken.
Jesus.
And then we got it, and it was just like it was so trash. It
So
was
it
so
wasn't even
trash.
good. It
It
wasn't
wasn't
just
good.
like, no.
And I'd like to say like, oh, Saudis don't know good food, but every meal I had there was awesome. Like at the hotel, like whatever they were cooking, all of it was great. So I didn't understand this, and I know they weren't drunk because there's no fucking alcohol there. Like it's just like how do you think they weren't drunk? They weren't high. They just loved this goddamn chicken so much,
Yeah.
Are
and it's
they
not
addicted
good.
to bringing in other like when I was in like where was I in Dubai?
Yeah.
They were addicted to bringing in like
Oh, 100%.
KFC, TGI Fridays,
Th-
Tim
they-
Hortons,
so the-
everybody's chain restaurant. It's like just being in an American.
The thing about Saudi is like you have so much money, just like Dubai and Abu Dhabi, that they find a place and when they were traveling, and I like this, I want to bring it there.
Yeah.
It took them, like my uncle when he came here, he was dying to franchise a Panda Express over there in the night from like when he came over from the 90s. He was like trying to try to happen. Saudis for like 3 decades now have been trying to get the contract for See's Candy. And Abu Dhabi finally got it, and they're like, no, because that's what the thing is. If you're not drinking, you're like, I don't have you bring over a bottle of wine for someone. Like, I don't have this Bordeaux. You got the toffees from See's Candy. That's like you got some Opus One right there. That's like you. So food is the big culture over there. So somebody probably loved this fried chicken, and then probably Saudis got to like, hey, you go to this place, and it's probably not even in America because it wasn't good.
No, it wasn't good, but it also wasn't like America. Like it did taste kind of like the fried chicken I'd have in like London.
So it probably was something they saw in London. And
I never even tried it, and I'm just like, oh god. Like
you want to know something? To this day, the best chimichanga I've ever had was from a place in Saudi Arabia when I was visiting my family. It was the best chimichanga, and I found it. I'm like, why is this place so good? They're like, oh well, somebody go to Texas like this place, bring the chef here. I was like, oh okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
He's like, he's a slave now, but he makes the best. What? His name is Juanito. He's the best. We keep him Juanito. We gotta name him Ahmed later, but right now he's Juanito still. Let him keep his name for 3 more years. More chimichangas for Faysal.
It's so wild.
I want to hear about your gripe with the tall versus short black privilege.
Well, I just thought about it when you're here. Now that you're here, Rod. You get profiled, police, shot, whatever. How is it up there? You know what I mean? How is it in life up there? Because I always talk about to him about like there's actually a little bit of privilege of being short and black, like a little bit, not the black part. But the short part.
Wow.
So I wonder how you feel.
Wow.
You know what I mean? You feel like it probably have like a more normal experience.
So I wrote an article about this, as I alluded to earlier.
Yeah, you said top people
it was on the heels of a tweet that I was mentioned in that essentially this woman was complaining that she was at a concert and she couldn't see, but she didn't say that. She said, if you're tall and at a concert, stay your ass in the back. And I was like, I tweeted at her. I was like, I'm assuming this was a GA show.
Yeah.
And if you're someone my size, you have to plan also. You could just get there earlier and get the seat you want. Like, there's not, like, this isn't that hard. It's a GA show. And she's like, no, if you never had to use a step ladder to get something out of your top cupboard, don't come for me. And I'm like, bitch, I don't keep shit on my bottom cupboards. Like, if you have to crawl on your hands and knees to get something out of your bottom cupboard, don't come for me. Like,
Right.
I personally think that short people, I think both kind of have their struggles, short and tall people, but
Struggles.
I think that being tall, the only true advantage is you can, if you have that right personality, maybe command a room a little better.
Yeah.
And there's a perception of power, but there's not a reality of power. And I think that there's a sexual aspect where it's like, oh, women like tall guys. Yeah. Now, my point is that really exhausts itself around 6'3". 6'3" is like the nexus of like being good height. When you're 6'10", like I am, you're just a fucking giraffe in the zoo for everybody. Everyone thinks that you're like part of their experience. Everything for me costs more and is harder to find.
Word.
Going from A to B is a nightmare in every particular way. People take photos of me without my permission.
Except paint to the rim. That's the only one that's
fair
easy
enough.
one.
Fair enough. But it's like I could go on and on. There's so many things that are negatives, and the only two positives are those things. Now, for short people, again, they definitely feel that lack of commanding a room sometimes. They can feel like unnoticed. And again, especially for guys, if you're a certain shortness, maybe you're not getting what you need sexually. I think money cures all of that for that person, first of all.
Humor.
And second, you can find everything the world is built for people your size also. They might be called kids, but I've been every height. Everybody here, I've been your height. I've been your height, I've been your height.
Yeah. Technically at one point, yeah.
Every inch I got past like 6'4", shit just got harder and harder and harder and harder and harder. Up until then, I really didn't have any struggles doing anything. And now it's like I have to pay double to fly to New York just because I can't sit next to you. Like, oh, you got economy? Like, how much is your New York trip? Like 800. Well, mine's 14,000. I had to fit in the goddamn plane. Like,
goddamn.
Yeah.
So maybe I just won't go. You short people go. You know how many short people I know just sneak into shit? Like, oh man, I didn't have a ticket for Coachella, snuck in, fuck some bitches. Like, I was outside and I didn't fuck anything. Couldn't even jack off. Everyone was looking at me. Like,
that's
and everyone asks you all the time. Like, I do think the privilege of short people is that for whatever reason, because people feel like bad for them, they don't ask you like weird questions. Like, no one's like, I don't know. I mean, if a stranger on the street just walked and was like, is your dick small? I think that would never happen. Yeah, they do. It happens to me like every fucking 3 days. Someone's like, even just random shit like, well, like, I'm just living my life. How do you fit in that shirt? Like, it's on. I don't know. Like, what size golf clubs do you need? Like, you playing. Like, I'm playing good. Don't mess with me. Like,
who asked the wilder questions, men or girls?
Women ask the wilder questions because they think they can get away with it. Men ask shitty questions and then get super mad. Like, super mad if I don't.
That one. I understand the women thing. Give me an
if
example
I don't get it, like, it's like I call it like the hot girl effect. If I'm at a bar, a guy treats me like they treat a hot girl. Like, ooh, I need to go over and say something to that person. Then they get over and they're like, oh my God, look at your height. It's glorious. And I'm like, cool. And they're like, what do you mean? I'm just giving you a compliment. Like, why don't you engage me? I'm like, I just don't like talking about it. I'll talk to you about anything else. It sounds like a you problem, bitch. Like,
Oh damn.
I'm like, oh, all right. Like
And judging
sure.
and judging by
At
the
Rufus the Soul, this guy tried to fight me because I didn't want to talk about my height.
really a Rufus the Soul.
At Rufus the fucking Soul
You know,
in
Rufus,
the
have
VIP
you-
pit, this guy's
Rufus-
saying it sounds like a you problem,
How do you
bro.
get a fight at
They're
Rufus?
like angry hippies that go to Rufus.
No, Rufus the Soul is like a good vibe. Everyone's
Exactly.
happy. I understand it was a little crowded at Bank of America state or Bank of.
Not in the VIP pit.
Hell
That's
yeah.
what I paid for. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
Yeah,
there
it
you
wasn't
go.
Astro World, bro.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Ooh. Hey.
Too soon.
Hey, Cam. Don't ever go to Astro World.
No, I won't. But
They
I
lost
want to explain.
They lost a
my-
9-year-old.
Yeah, I
don't
want to hear your
I
side.
want to hear this because you were explaining the short experience. I will explain the short
Yeah, yeah.
experience, okay? Because this is what it is, right? Okay, we're out here, you know,
Yeah.
and we're doing
Out
our
here.
thing, right? You know, I think when it comes to navigating a crowd, it is a little easier because we can kind of weave our way in, like, you know, whatever it is. But it's a little like less respect, though. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you might have to like. Instead of like saying something like commanding the room, sometimes you might have to slap a bitch over here and being short, okay?
Yeah.
And that's how you get respect. Or sometimes you have to shoot them, whatever the case may be, okay? Whatever the case may be, you might have to try a little harder to get respect in a room. It is what it is, right? Bitches. Now, it depends on who you're talking to because sometimes you can end up being a woman's fetish, right? And then sometimes your face will end up in their titties. You're like, and then on accident, right? And it is what it is. But like, and then sometimes when you're shooting for like some like tall, chick, whatever. Sometimes it actually ends up working in your favor, believe it or not. But sometimes. It depends on if the girl's a bitch or not. We don't talk to bitches. We talk to women over here. The women are nice. You know what I mean? They're generally nice. But the bitches are bitches, and they'll always be bitches, okay? Okay, what else? Driving, honestly, I think I get away with a lot of shit with cops. It is what it is. Like, I don't know. Like, I get like they're like mad at first, and then I get out the car. I'm like, oh, my bad, and they're like, oh, all right, my bad too. You know what I
You're
mean?
adorable, sir. You can just go.
Yeah. I got away with like smoking weed at like a state park I didn't even like pay to get into, and the cop was just like, what? Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, peace. You know what I mean? So shit like that. You know what I mean? But like sometimes the biggest thing is like the respecting. You know what I mean? Like guys especially say the dumbest shit to me. Someone said the other day, they're like, so what should I call you? That's what the stupidest question someone asked me. So what should I call you? I'm like, Cameron? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like they're just like, what term should I define you as? Right? They're like, they're trying to like really like find the science and what the fuck's going on here.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, so that's stupid. Guys, that's the dumbest questions. Girls, they're for some reason scared to ask me shit, and they think I have a mad face on. I do kind of have a resting mad face on. It is what it is. Sorry. But what else? What else am I missing? Clothes and furniture. Furniture is kind of a bitch. It's actually like more like normal in the middle than anything. Clothes, it's a fucking annoying, but it is cheaper. I will tell you that. Damn. Because it's always the boys large or like the kids small or like the men's super small or like the boys super large. That's where I fit. So it's kind of hard to find, but it is always cheaper. So I will say there is a lot of advantages to being short, and it's a little fun. To be frank with you, my life is not boring. I'll put it that way.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think short privilege is a thing. Short black privilege is a thing. I'm just saying. I think it's a little.
You know what? I was thinking. You remember like Halloween? We were meeting up. You hit me up and like, hey, I'm on your side.
To party, yeah.
To come to. There's like a house in like Marina Del Rey, Venice, like this really nice house.
Thanks for the invite,
It's
Dick.
great. I don't even know where the fuck you were.
It was here.
I told you. I told you I was going to the West Side.
Yeah, I don't remember that.
This was
Yeah,
like 3 in the morning. It's like 3 in the morning.
No. I told you exactly where I was going. You didn't
I'll
want to go
check
on
the
that side.
receipts, whatever.
Go check the
Keep going.
receipts. You
Keep
got
going.
it.
Yeah.
You know where I'm at. You's always at. Anyway, but I think like let's say this. I was just there with Gabs, and then I was just like, and then he hit me up, and I was like, I told the owner of the house that you've had a great party. It's little beautiful women. It's great. Good job. He's like, yeah. I was like, there's one thing you don't have. It's a black little person. He's like, you what? Yeah, I was like, my friend is a black little person trying to come hang out. He's like, absolutely, I would love that. And I was like, so of course I made a spectacle camp, but it was so I could bring him as friends.
And we
But
had
I
a
think
great time.
if I did that,
Cam, I
but
have a
think
question though.
And by the way, we do sneak into places. By
Yeah.
the way,
But
that's
Do
true.
do you when you are seen as that like spectacle? Do you just lean in? Do you ever feel like, all right, come on, guys? Like I am a human.
Well, it depends. To be fully frank, it depends, right? Am I getting into a club? Oh, lean in. You know what I mean?
I mean, I've seen you lead all the way
all the way in.
all the way till the stage.
What, you're going like dilly dilly? What, like? I don't-
You know, if it's a way into something that I want to get into, lean in.
When Cam's like, "Oh, they want a show. Let's put on a show." It gets chaos.
Yeah. Shot of tequila. Let's fucking do it, right? But like, you know, other than that, I kind of keep it chill. You know what I mean? Like for the most part, you know, yeah. Like if I don't want to do something, I just won't do it. Period.
Well, as long as it comes from like I'd say like as long as it's not trying to be hurtful.
No,
or
yeah.
as long as it's like from a fun perspective or
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah, but to the other point, if I was like, hey man, I got my 6'10" brother coming in here with all, you know, I think we got enough guys at this party.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he's gonna steal all the
That's what I'm
girls.
saying.
I was just telling this story the other day that like I was at the Playboy Mansion like back in like 2012 when it was hot, and like my homegirl was like at like there's not even really tables there, but there was like one kind of section, and my homegirl that I knew from back in the day was like at Jamie Foxx's table, and she's like, "Oh, come up." So I'm like up there like talking to her or whatever, and then Jamie like goes and tells like security like on the low to have me like thrown out, and it's just like that happens to me all the goddamn time.
Out of the table. Out of the
They couldn't throw me out of the whole mansion, but out of that like area or whatever. Like
no.
I didn't even realize it was sectioned off like that
Black.
until he had me thrown out.
Black
Happens
on
all
black
the time.
Damn.
The flip side of that is like Jamie Foxx is like, come closer to me.
I'm like, Jamie Foxx is what are
Jamie
you worried about
fucking
me
Foxx.
for? I'm an unknown.
Yeah.
These tall niggas in here stealing our bitches.
He just
like,
wants ratio,
like-
and his ratio is probably 1 in 10, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Jamie
man.
Foxx.
That's messed up, dude. I would like at least throw out a white guy. Like really, another brother? Like, dude, I mean,
Well,
I
I'm not even getting let in.
Oh, there you
Jamie
go.
Foxx is like
Unless
the
it
king
was
of like do this to a brother, like on the Jamie Foxx show. Like
Come
he's
on.
like the main guy saying that.
he's funny. He can sing. He's famous, rich, and likable.
1'6'10" guy.
The one-
with no distinguishing, not dressed well, not anything.
Not even a
It's
like.
just enough of a threat.
Like, did he think you were a fucking Laker or something? Like,
He had to like. I feel like a guy like Jamie Foxx knows the Lakers, right? Like,
Yeah, he's-
I was just a threat.
He's like,
That's
"You the
all it
Clippers."
was.
No.
dude, I mean, it happens all the time. Like, I remember one time I was with somebody, and I was like being like gracious about being at their table at like some like after party club thing, and I was just like, hey man, thank you for having me. He's like, yeah, no problem, man. I was like, I'm friends with Drew. He's like, yeah, no problem. He's like, you know, I'm not trying to drink your booze, not trying to take your bitches, just having fun with Drew here, my boy. I was just hanging out. He's like, yeah, no problem. Literally 10-15 minutes goes by. He's like, you know, I'm just being like nice and polite to everyone. Yeah, I need you to go. I was like, what? He's like, yeah, just don't want as many guys. I was like, I literally just told you I'm not hitting on everybody. I think I was even dating someone at the time. He's like, yeah, I just need you to go. I'm like, all right. Well, thank you for the fucking change in the 10-15 minutes. Like, you know what? He's 6'1". That's what Rodriguez said what the sweet spot is. Right after 6, and I'm about 5'10". And all these these girls are sobering up. They're gonna realize that
a
I ain't
problem.
worth shit.
Yeah.
And they're gonna take away the booze in about 10 minutes. I need to get this motherfucker out of here.
Yeah,
Oh.
no, they're gonna be like, get the fuck out of here, you're challenging me. You know, I think I do agree with you when you say money solves it all. Because I know for a fact I'll get 10 to X more bitches if I have more money. You know what I mean? If I'm a millionaire, I have a big house. It is what it is. Short, tall, whatever, black, white, no eye. I'm getting hoes.
Yeah.
You know
Oh,
what I
yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
So, let's get rich, boys. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah, it's fucking great. But you know, nobody has it worse than the fucking aliens. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm sorry. What am I supposed to call them?
Illegal aliens?
No. I'm talking about the Demi Lovato shit.
Oh.
Nobody has it. We gotta stop using the term aliens.
Oh, right.
Oh,
Which
that's-
even
that's dumb.
extraterrestrial
That's
seems
dumb.
even
That's
more.
dumb.
Is that what she
that's
wants?
more
Is that
derogatory.
what she wants? Extraterrestrial?
I don't know.
Dude,
Demi-
sounds-
That's so dumb.
Why are we even pandering with fucking Demi Lovato?
Because it's hilarious.
For the
It
love
is
of
hilarious, but
God.
I do think, as you mentioned earlier about like people on the left being mad at dumb stuff, I don't think that's generally true, but I do think that stories like that get such big traction that it does make. It's like you can't. Okay, I reference the movie Bruce Almighty all the time. Have you guys seen that movie?
Yeah.
All right. In that movie, he gets the power of God, and then he starts hearing prayers as like whispers. He turns them into emails.
Yep.
Then he replies all yes.
Yep.
And at the end of the movie, the world's burning, but not from any other choice he made except for replying all yes.
Yeah.
Meaning like, my yes is not your yes, is not his yes, is not his yes.
Yeah.
And if we just say yes to it all, we look stupid.
Yeah.
It gets
And
chaotic,
and
yeah.
in this way, I think progressives have an issue where it's like, especially like the white women who want to like, you know, they want to feel like they're doing the right thing and they're a little confused about it. So they're like, all right, well, what do you say? Like, and they're like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
like aliens. Like, great, no more aliens. What do you say? Like, I love extraterrestrials. Great, ET. What do you say? And it's just like,
They're
and they-
so scared to
and
get
they
it wrong.
Yeah, and they
can
just
say
keep
yes.
spitting this stuff out, and
Yeah,
it
yeah.
gets national news, and it makes the whole issues seem like we're not even talking about the thing anymore, which is why like we don't want to say aliens, because like if someone's in America, it's weird to call them an alien. But that said, I still think words, like sometimes we change words also for no reason. Like person experiencing homelessness, homeless person. If I say it hatefully, it doesn't matter which one I say. If I say it like, oh, this is my guy, or like, man, I'm trying to really help these people. Like the word only has power because people say it in a shitty way. And 30 years from now, if we keep saying people experiencing homelessness, it's gonna have the same power as homeless people has today. We just keep saying
that's why I
it.
keep changing to unhoused and this and that.
So it's not about the words, it's about the intent. And I think we get lost in just trying to be everyone's yes instead of looking at the intent behind what's happening.
I think you're right, because they kind of vote things to the top that don't necessarily need to get voted to the top.
Yeah, and you see that. Oh my God, you see that literally on Reddit. Like if someone has a post or whatever, and you see the comments, it's based on who votes it up the most or who downvotes it. Doesn't make it right.
That's why you got to act organized by new, my guy.
I organize by controversial. I organize, and I'm like, okay, what are people really saying? What are people downvoting? And you will quickly find out. Like, what the fuck is going on here? And then what's hilarious is when you see like something like actually right be downvoted to oblivion, and some of the stupid as fuck making some statement being upvoted to oblivion. I'm like,
As I use Reddit mostly for porn, I'm now very curious how to look at controversial. Like r/facial controversial. Go.
I didn't like that scar on the side of it. Oh my God.
You think there's anyone that's like, I didn't enjoy the white male facializing the Negro female. I'm sorry, ebony. I mean black. I mean, I don't.
This is Demi Lovato. It's real.
By the way, shame on you guys for fucking trying to be subversive towards Demi Lovato's good cause here. Dude, how dare you? At first, when she said, I thought she was talking about Mexicans. I was like, yeah, you shouldn't call me. They're from this planet. No.
She's talking about actual aliens.
Bro,
like, there's no other word for them. That is the only word.
I love it. She's just getting out in front of it. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's your theory, right? That she knows something, maybe? She knows.
I know. It's just like this. She's leading from the front. She's just making it happen.
You're going to come down here. They're like, which one of you motherfuckers were calling us aliens? We are.
And Demi's like, I got you. We're
She's
good.
like, you're cool. The rest of you are dead.
Dude, I'm just trying to figure out, when are we going to start like having this conversation that like Demi Lovato is a fucking nut job. Because I'm missing that part of the conversation, because we done forgot that like this is literally post like what do you call it, like post like Malibu Heights like recovery center shit. Demi Lovato. This is
Passages in Malibu.
Yeah, Passages in Malibu. This is post.
God damn,
Malibu, Demi Lovato.
I wish I could afford to go there.
We're listening to what the fuck she says, and we're like, yeah, what she said. Yeah, no, bitch.
Yeah.
You just came out of fucking recovery.
Well, that's my point though. It's like it doesn't. Everything you said is true, but all she has to do is say something weird, and the whole like, you know how many times I make it a point to do this. I read a headline on Complex. It's like, inside everything we know about Pete Holmes and Kim K's relationship. I retweet and write, why? Why are we talking about this? Why is this a fucking headline?
That's real.
Like, it's just like, just because this person was famous for something doesn't mean they have to be famous for everything.
No,
because it's not equating.
No.
There is elements of distraction sometimes. I think you get like in weird situations, like you get Astroworld with the Kardashians, and then immediately Pete Davidson pops up.
Right.
Next week, and they're like, let's drive this story.
You think? Well, Chris
I
is
honestly think that there's some elements to
Chris
that
is like
distraction.
Kim. You're gonna need to do something for Travis,
Dude.
and Kylie. You need to. I don't want to fuck Pete Davidson. I only date black guys. No, you're fucking Pete Davidson.
He's the closest thing. Suck the dick.
Suck the dick. You know he's got that. He's got a black penis. I heard it. I read it on the Reddit. Right under the black facial thing.
Well, he's a boyfriend for hire, and I think no one's willing to recognize that.
Yeah,
But let's
totally.
reframe this whole topic, though.
Yep.
Pete Davidson's out here getting it, though.
Yes!
Whatever he is,
Yes! You
know
whatever
what?
he is,
High
he's
school.
out here getting
Let's
it.
be
I think
frank,
he's
it
getting
is.
paid to get it too.
No.
think
Don't
he's a
you
genius.
take away from this comedic genius. He only became a comedic genius when he started racking these bodies.
Yeah.
This dude is he's not like ugly. I hate when people are like he's ugly. He's just not good looking.
But he literally is the reason big dick energy is like a word.
Yes!
Like he's been out here getting it. Like I don't know what else to say.
His pussy resume is insane.
Dude,
I
this
gotta
guy
give it
is
to him.
first ballot.
He's like 24
Hall of
years
Fame.
old also. Like he's just getting started.
And he's a
He's a hired gun, I'm telling you.
Dude, this guy, if barring some injury, this guy could do what Tiger Woods never did.
Never did.
Barring some kind of injury, some dick injury, like if he pulls his dick or breaks it, gets sidelined, dude, that would
my
devastate me
God.
because
If
I
he
want
broke
to
his dick, it would
I
be
want to
a
see like what this guy's gonna be.
Pete Davidson out indefinitely.
I'd like to see that on the Sports Center
Kardashians
ticker.
release him from team.
Kardashian ass cheeks are too like Kim Kardashian's suction cup ass energy broke his dick in half. We don't know if he's gonna play again, let alone make the field. He's gonna get like a standing ovation.
Yeah.
He gets the whole Alex Smith treatment when he comes back. Like, there's a brace, but we're working on
Yeah.
it.
And then you get the commentary like what happens after today is not the story. That's the fact that he's back on the field.
fact that he's back on the
it's
field.
just-
The story everyone's got.
his dick's gonna throw out the first pitch at the Mets game.
His
Word.
dick's, his dick's gonna be in like Obama's presidential library.
Oh,
Uh,
I always feel like when you're in that space, like you have a real pussy resume, and people see it. It's outbound. So right, you climb the ladder, right? You climb the corporate ladder. You get Ariana Grande, then Kim Kardashian, then this and that, right? And then like sometimes you get fired, like Kanye West. And then like, do you have to downgrade? Do you have to go sideways? Can you still upgrade after you get fired? I don't know. You know what I mean? Kanye West is a bad bitch right now. Let's be frank. You know what I mean? But like, Kanye West went up the ladder. Kim Kardashian went up the ladder. It's like getting a new job, starting from like a janitor or something.
I don't like that you took the conversation about what P. Holmes is doing.
I'm saying he went up the ladder.
and that you left out Kate Beckinsale. How dare you?
Oh, my
How
bad.
fucking dare you?
My bad.
How
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
dare you?
Sweetheart.
You have no
It's
respect.
a good way to round out that resume, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
dude.
Because
yeah,
it's not
yeah.
just like pop stars, like Kate Beckinsale
Kate
too. My
Beckinsale.
God.
That's a
Like,
classy
shit.
broad.
Well, that's international.
Like,
Like,
'cause
that's like,
he's only 24. Like, in 5 years, would it be crazy if he like dated Molly Obama?
There we
Like,
go.
who's like, who at that time
Oh,
will be like
Oh.
23. He'll be
That-
28 and she'll be 23. Like,
That would be insane.
that would
what I'm saying, like,
that would be
who
the,
knows?
that would be the most predicted like across the scale like hookup since fucking Arnold bagged himself a Kennedy. That's how it was. You're like you are a fucking lumberjack from Europe. You have no business dating our American royalties. I will marry her too. Like no, we're not putting your fucking Nazi Australian blood. Austrian blood.
Nazi Australia.
Austrian blood. Nazi Austrian blood and this beautiful Kennedy woman is like, I will marry her. And then boom. And then he banged his housemaid.
Yeah, his
That's a-
housemaid. I was about to say like, is it the housemaid or
Well,
I don't know.
Well, that's a fucking layup after all the things he's done.
Yeah. Dude, that's a good point. Like Malia Obama, like damn, who is she gonna date next? Like that's the
dude,
story.
isn't she still 16? What are we talking?
No.
Oh,
One is whichever one is.
One's 18?
She's
The-
like a
the-
one is
sophomore in college.
Yeah,
right
yeah,
now.
one of the older one, whatever.
Oh,
The-
yeah, she's at Harvard or something.
Yeah. No, she's at Berkeley.
Is it your alma mater?
Yeah, I think she might have gone to Berkeley. I don't know.
Because she took a year-long sabbatical and then she went. Okay.
Yeah, I'm unsure where she's at, but I just know like she's an adult now.
Yeah.
Right.
And like it's like the whole realm is now open.
So Rodrigue, are you putting in your bid right there?
Oh, I'm far too old for an Obama child.
I might as well. I think I'm gonna shoot a shot. You know what I mean?
you're at that age. You're fine.
Shoot it. You know what I mean? Like Malia Obama, what's Gucci? You know? What I
Oh
mean?
man. Oh god, the PR
Right.
that would be great from her. Like also, dating a black man.
Yeah.
I picture us both going to like Malia Obama's table, and Barack's like, he can stay.
Yeah.
Tall guy, get him the
Get
fuck
the fuck
out
out of here, yo.
Get him
He's dead.
He's
Dude, shots at the ball. You know what I mean?
I'll take that one.
Yeah.
He looks friendly. I like him.
These two shots, Brock. You know what I mean?
You gotta come to my presidential libriary. See Pete Davidson's dick. Hanging out right there.
$100 million right there.
These people. $100 million right there. Got Ariana Grande's cooch right next to it.
Yeah, very
That
nice.
turned into Bill Clinton real quick. I just realized.
Yeah.
It's gonna be actually if anyone's gonna have a dick and vagina up in the wall in their presidential library, it's gonna be
It
Clinton.
has to be the black president. The
It's gotta
first
be-
black president.
That is the
It
first black
is
president.
the
That is
first black president, yeah.
According to Cedric the Entertainer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude. Oh man, I do fucking love Bill. I wish you would just talk more instead of just looking dead.
Well, he's about to probably have to talk more. Like more of these Epstein details are coming out.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he'll be alive or dead when his whole involvement is released. But
No, they already got they already got Jeffrey Epstein, so he's fine. Everyone's fine.
But I mean,
No, Ghislaine, you gotta believe
his
she-
pilot
Is it
just came out
gasoline or
today
is it-
saying like, oh, I flew Obama. Not Obama. I flew Clinton. I flew Trump. I flew. There's some other big name.
Bill Gates.
Bill Gates. I flew all these people with Epstein on the private jet.
But all these people were also like Harvey Weinstein donated so much money to the Democratic Party and was actually quite a philanthropist. You're gonna see these guys. You're gonna hang out. Doesn't mean I don't know what fucking. You know, Rodrigue used to play in Korea. I don't know what he was doing back there. I heard. I think he was still athletic when he retired from Korea. I think you just got Me Too and didn't tell us, and it never made the American news.
Yeah.
The thing about Epstein, I think that makes it a little different is that all these people immediately said like, I don't know that guy. Like right away they weren't like, I knew him back then, but I didn't know him as this. They were all like, oh, him?
Well, you don't go on a
say it again. Say the name again.
26 times with somebody and not know him.
Spell
right?
it. Yeah. I'm unfamiliar. Like they all just had such a disassociation first. Second, you really think Epstein is flying PJs cross country with Bill Clinton and like hoes never come up? Do you really believe that? He was just in his non-ho phase? Both of them were separate from their ho phases during these flights?
And Trump, Trump's like, I don't know what happened. He just said
no, you know who I do actually believe Trump. You know why? Because he said something so stupid in an interview that like I was like, all right, this motherfucker maybe didn't know because he let something slip in the interview. He's like, seemed like a nice guy. Always, by the way, he was always good to the neighborhood kids. Always saw kids playing in his pool. He just let them use it. He literally said that. And I was like, okay, this motherfucker ain't that stupid.
Wow. Where he was
but he also is.
There you go. It is Trump. Ah, damn it.
Wow.
I believe Trump. I believe Trump. It's the first time I've ever believed on every. Oh no, that was just a blanket statement. Everything he's ever said. By the way, he should have won that election. I don't know. That's what this whole podcast is about. By the way,
they wouldn't have stormed the Wii Spa had he won.
They warmed it. Yeah. And let the chicks and dicks get a rep down. It's fine. We got Congress.
I saw that video where she's like, I see a dick. She's like, ma'am, like we like women in the bathroom. She's like, excuse me, I see a dick. she's like,
there's a video of this.
Yeah, and then like the guy's trying to like try to like talk it out. He's like, no, like.
Was this
dick?
Wait, is this at the Wii Spa or where was this?
Yeah,
that was at the Wii Spa.
Yeah, that's what I heard about it. It was on a podcast after.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Damn, I don't know the solution to that, and I'm not gonna touch it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
That's a hard one. Not the dick, the topic.
I just have one simple question for you guys.
Yes, sir.
Just out of curiosity, if you had to choose, I've been thinking about this lately. Y'all seen Squid Games?
I have not seen.
I haven't. He's traumatized from Korea, so he can't.
Okay, so you haven't seen it. Okay, so you know what it's about, sort of, right? Right now.
Essentially.
Okay, I was trying to figure out, like, would you, if you had a choice, I guess in some kind of Squid Game fashion, would you have a choice between going to the Squid Games or going to North Korea? What would you choose?
What's the difference?
I don't know.
I go to North Korea, and the only reason I say that, I would never say this if I was any of you or 99% of the population. Big Kim loves him some basketball, and so this is the one. So one way I'd probably be treated like royalty as long as I got some buckets.
Yeah.
I actually know people who have gone on like Dennis Rodman's tour. It was a lot of guys playing overseas.
Yeah,
and it was fun.
That makes sense.
They described it as super weird, but they got such big paychecks that they were like, I had to go get that bag.
Yeah, why not?
Because every time Rodman's gone, you got you.
Yeah, I could have gone with him. Yeah.
Damn, that would have been fun.
Oh my god, that makes a lot of sense.
Dude, that's great.
Wouldn't I suggest it for any of you guys?
It's such a good answer.
I think I can make it happen.
North Korea?
That's all white people think they can make it happen in North Korea, and then they just never come back.
Like, oh fuck.
White people are the only people who think they can just make shit happen.
You know who did? You know who did make something happen in North Korea? Donald Trump.
I mean,
he took that. Hey, you want to check out my country? He's like, yeah. What a shithole. He went right back. It was great.
I look like all the kids that like steal a painting and go sentenced to death.
Yeah.
Exactly. You're like, I could take this. This paintbrush from the. No, you can't, my guy.
Yeah, you look.
White privilege is canceled in North Korea.
They would shoot your ass because you look like the Vice camera guy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
He's like, you carrying secrets. That's hard, you know.
Yeah. Oh man, those people are funny, man. The fucking people that walk around that have to give tours of the country and like describe it, and they just have a straight face about all the bullshit they're letting out.
Yeah.
Like, a glorious leader does not use the bathroom. And it's just like a glorious leader came and conquered, and then he came, and now we have generations of his legacy. And it's like there has never been a crime committed in the capital ever. And they say it with a straight face, and it's just like, oh, yeah, damn, this bitch is a robot.
Dude, they are the best salesmen ever. Of all time, like without question.
Are they? I mean,
Their brand.
Who's buying? I guess.
Yeah.
They're watching it like totally buy it.
Well,
totally.
the best
I don't
brand
know why they was
ambassadors
complaining about
of all
this place.
time.
It seems good.
I watched this video. It looked great. They conquered, and they really
By the
put
way,
together a different.
You notice the
version
way
of
they
life.
have no litter in the Capitol? I like that.
Yeah.
You ever see downtown LA? That place is a slump.
Yeah.
Clean.
little
It's so
Whole
clean.
Foods.
So clean here. By the way, abolish all crackheads. By the way, I just want to say that.
Abolish all crackers.
Abolish all.
Okay.
You want the people like removed?
Yes.
Where do you want them sent?
Send them to Palmdale. I don't care.
Palmdale.
Lancaster, all of them.
Anything that sounds close to...
Send all
Why don't we
crackheads to
send-
Palmdale.
Why don't we
Send them all.
to a camp? What do you want?
All of them. Send them. Create a tent city. I don't give a shit anymore. Do it. They have a lot of land over there. It's desert space. Put a box, right? And then like your tent goes in 101.
Did you just
102,
buy
103.
property or something?
I
What
think
happened?
they're already doing this at the border with migrants. I don't. You want to send the
Do
crackheads
it again.
to the-
Do it again.
Oh, wait,
Do it
we
again.
should send them where they're going then. I don't.
Do it again.
Let
Do
them.
it again. What? Why? Why are you
what
so
happened?
strong on this stance?
Yes.
Who hurt you?
I was grabbing tacos. Right? Minding my own fucking business. Right? Like just came from the LA Auto Show. This is what I'm gonna come back to that. This is why the North Korea people, like when they're presenting the new Kia, like I think that they should be presenting the new Kia because they have the same like mannerisms. But whatever, right? Long story short, we left the Los Angeles Auto Show. I'm chilling. I go to Sonora Town Tacos on Los Angeles.
Sonora
Ave,
Town
right?
slaps. For those who don't know.
It was pretty good. But like, this is the reason why I said it's pretty good because it
Has nothing to do with the tacos, by the way.
it has
Just
nothing to do with tacos.
just
My
the
experience
crackhead.
with- My experience with Sonora Town is diminished because of what I'm about to say. So I'm chilling, right? Good takeout because I don't want to wait, right? I don't want to sit down and eat because I gotta get back to my car. I gotta eat in my car and smoke a little weed, right?
Hell yeah.
So I get the fucking tacos and I'm heading back to my car. As I literally grab them, like, oh, looking like you got salsa in here, like you make sure you got napkins for. So I'm like, asking the guy. Alarm goes off. I'm like, what the fuck? Check around the corner. My car. The lights are off. Alarm goes off. I'm like, what the fuck? Yeah, I have my fucking tacos and I have to run across the street. And I'm like, I see this dude and I see this fucking crackhead on top, like looking over me at my car. And he goes, under my car. He's under my car. And I go, and as I'm running across the street, I go, what the fuck? Yo, like, what the fuck, dude? And I run across to my car, and I'm getting ready, because I hear my alarm go off, so I'm like, thinking, like, get in my car and leave, because, like, I don't know. And then, like, as I approach it, the guy goes, hey, I think somebody broke into your car. Someone busted your window. And I'm like, wait, what? And I look around the other side, and my fucking window's busted in. And the dude's
This is like a 5-minute trip to Sonora Town.
this fucking guy is like literally he's like, yeah, someone broke into your window. He's looking into my window. Here's my window, and here's him. And he goes, I think someone broke into your window. Like, I was gonna get something, but I was about to, but you know, someone broke into it. I'm like, what? And like, so I immediately started calling the fucking cops. I'm like, what the fuck? Someone just broke in my fucking window. What the fuck? And I asked my stupid ass, ask him. I'm like, did you see who fucking went? Fucking shit. And he's like, no. And as I'm asking, he's still like looking into my fucking car.
This guy must have been Juilliard level acting.
Dude, okay, so
To like convince you for a second to ask him.
Convince me. Because like I just smoked a little bit of weed, so like I'm like vulnerable a little bit, right? So he's still like as I'm calling the cops, like waiting for a second, he's still like making circles like this. He goes, into my car, looking into my car, and he goes, I'm like, yo, like get the fuck away from here, bro. Like what are you doing? Like get the fuck out of here. He goes, oh, okay, and he rolls away. And then as I'm on the phone, I'm like, did that motherfucker just break into my fucking car? What the fuck just happened, yo? What the fuck?
That's so fucking funny.
And then he just leaves, and then I'm looking like what it was, and all he fucking took was like this fucking placard that I had to park. It's because I can get free parking, whatever, right? It's like this just that. Like I had an actual iPhone in the middle console. I actually had a speaker in the back console. I had other shit in there. He just motherfucker just bam.
That's how useful.
$50 crack.
That's how useful parking is in LA. It's way more useful than any technology. It needs to be good.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking handicap parking.
Someone tried to steal my car the other day.
Word?
Yeah.
Was it his guy? Did he convince you
It
of the
could
window
have been
too?
that guy. Let me see if I can find this message. I wasn't there. My neighbors thwarted this. By the way, this is right in front of my front door of a building on a Friday night when you haven't been to my place
Yeah.
yet. It's a busy street. There's like It's a
Yeah.
crazy move
Just
to
give them
try
the
and
address.
steal a
Just give them
car.
the address real quick so
in
they can
broad
Google it.
daylight
Just
like
give them the
that.
address real quick so they can
Try to
Google
steal
it.
your fucking car. But this is why I say abolish all fucking crackheads. Kick them out. I don't give a shit anymore.
You don't want to help them, maybe
Nope,
get some help?
nope,
Nope. Just get rid of them?
Nope.
Let me read
nope.
you this message I got
No.
on Sunday.
done.
This
Oh,
past Sunday. Hey man, last night I was walking into the building and I saw 2 men in your car.
What?
Looked like they were trying to hotwire it. I had to rush my girlfriend upstairs so she'd be safe, but I came back down with a big 2x4 and they hopped in their car and drove away. I tried getting a pic of the license plate, couldn't grab a clear shot of it. I only barely got a description of the vehicle. It was a rusty reddish SUV. Not sure if the building has cameras, but this is all I got.
Wait,
Then I
who-
ran in, and
Who are your neighbors? The Dudley Boys with a 2x4? Who the fuck is that?
Wait,
WWE
fuck that.
wrestler?
I ran
2x4
into him
for
in
it.
the elevator like 2 days ago, and I was like, oh, thank you, and he like gave me a hug and stuff, and he's like, I was like, you have a 2x4 laying around? He's like, I got all. I'm sure you do too. This is a building of artists. I'm like, I guess that's true. But I guess he said he went up and like grabbed his gun, and he was like, oh, that might be too much. Like, he's,
Yeah.
I don't want this to turn into a gunfight.
Right.
So and he's like, I'll grab a knife. He's like, ah. So he's landed on the 2x4 after like,
He's like GTA,
car's
select your
being stolen,
weapon.
and he's like,
Yeah, he's like, quick,
pick your
quick, quick.
fighter. Like,
Yeah. That's so funny.
That's ain't funny, dude. If I have a gun and you have a 2x4, I'm shooting you. If you have a knife, I'm shooting you. If you have a gun, I'm like, all right, let's just do it.
Yeah.
He really made the wrong choice, but God bless him for trying.
Yeah.
Keep going. What's up?
I had a knife in there too. I was getting ready to stab him, but I wasn't sure if it was him until after you
you
walked
let
away.
him go.
I totally let him go.
You might as well have just given it to him yourself. Just
That's
give him-
what all he wanted was $50 for crack. I would have gave it to him for God's sake. But
Yeah, now you got to go to the DMV. That's
I
fucking.
got
Wait,
it.
hold on,
Fucking
hold on,
Safe
hold on,
Light.
hold on.
I go to Safe Light, go to DMV, all this bullshit.
Don't you think about this though? Because you said all they wanted was $50. How many crackheads do you pass who are like, got any change? You're like, no. and then they have enough nose one day and they're like, I'm gonna get in this car.
Yeah.
No, I 100% thought about that as I was leaving here, and I was like, I was gonna get that motherfucker $50 anyway.
Yeah, it wasn't.
But if I knew, like, if I was Raven Simone and had a future telling, and like someone's gonna break into my car or I'll give him $50, I would have gave him fucking $50.
Well, hold on,
I'm
but
not.
what if the guy was sitting outside of Sonora Town and was like, hey, do you have $50 for crack? If not, your car might get broken
breaking
into.
your car, yeah.
Would you be like, take the 50, man?
Well, my car, the fucking
Or would you
window
be-
repair was $250, and I still have to get it tinted again. So
But-
yes, I would have given $50. I would have given fucking $50.
Damn, that's see, you hear that, crackheads? You're doing this all wrong.
Fuck
You got to
you,
go in
crackheads.
mafia
Well, you have
style.
a big crackhead audience.
I do. At 50%,
That's all we got right now.
50% of the demographics that are ratchets are crackheads. So
When I become mayor of LA, which I probably will be now, I fucking will. Kicking all the fucking crackheads to Lancaster. You're getting sent to Lancaster. I don't give a shit anymore. I don't give a fuck anymore.
imagine him just running on that fucking. That's like his thing. He's just running. He's like, in the first year, I will have all the
first month.
crackheads. First month, I will ship them all to Lancaster. Let me finish. I will ship them all, the crackheads and everything. What are you gonna do for schools? That's not what this is about.
I love if he meant like Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Just ship them all to like Amish country.
Yeah.
Whatever Lancaster, I feel.
By the way, how do you think Lancaster feels about this?
I don't give a shit about Lancaster. They suck.
starts a war against LA.
I'm just playing. They're all fucking meth heads there
Yeah,
anyway.
who
so-
gives a fuck? Now you got heroin, crack, and you got meth heads.
You know what?
Congratulations.
You know what? The funny thing is, like, half the people on the street in LA could probably afford a home in
That's
Lancaster.
what I'm saying. They like
With the
they
spare
can,
change.
they can own their little plot of land. It is what the fuck? Like, I don't care if it's controversial. I don't care if someone comes up to me 10 years from now. That motherfucking crackhead broke into my car and they're fucking following people. They're doing all this type of shit.
Giving you COVID.
Yeah, it's giving me COVID. And then you got a
I
ball.
can't even talk no
No
more.
more alcoholic cold brew for you, by the way. You drink the alcohol. There's an alcohol cold brew.
Alcohol in.
And it's alcoholic cold brew. He's hyped.
Pretzel.
He's angry. He's having.
Yeah,
wait,
you
let me
bet.
see. Can
I
can
have been
can I
this
see the
pent up
can?
for weeks,
Yeah,
okay? And I didn't even talk to you about the thicky Latina story, okay?
By the way, Bomani
Bomani Jones.
Bomani Jones Cold Bloods Cold Brew. This is actually an alcoholic cold brew from Jam in the Van. They are a sponsor, so Bomani Cold Bloods Cold Brew. You have a bad weekend? You want to get some shit out? Bomani Cold Bloods Cold Brew. Continue. I want to hear about the thicky Latina before we wrap the show.
We're at the thicky Latina story.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
no.
we got
I don't
time.
wanna-
I think we got time for a thicky Latina
Yeah,
story.
no, you guys go. I don't want to make this all about me because I had some shit going on.
Too late.
I'll tell it on Smart Mouth. I'm gonna have to retell the story
I'm
on
only
Smart
worried
Mouth.
about
a
my
little bit.
meter. Other
Yeah,
than
no,
that,
no,
you
it's
got
good.
Okay.
Okay. Thicky Latina story. So, by the way, this was on Sunday. Let me tell you what happened 2 weeks ago. Okay.
It's been a tough month.
It's been a very tough couple weeks. I'm very stressed out. I never drink in the midday like this, especially on a podcast, but now I am because whatever, right?
Yeah.
So I was just as frustrated as I am now, right? And so I decided to go to the club, right? Right. I know now West Hollywood's out, and I know there's always like these bad bitches in there. All you got to do is like filter them out, the gay guys, filter out the dicks, and then you got like
You
these
want to
bad
send
bitches.
him to Lancaster too?
No, they're okay because they cover they literally like
play.
house the hot chicks. They
Hell yeah.
That's awesome.
Damn, gay dudes are fun.
So-
Gay dudes are just so fun.
You know, you find your way, right? And then there's like these thicky Latina chicks open the clubs and everything, and I love them. They're the best, right?
Mhm.
And the thing is, I was out there to get some pussy, right? Nope. Let's be frank. And the thing is, I was like, it was going crazy. Like I was drinking and everything was going good, and all of a sudden, like I catch myself like just making out with this little thicky Latina
Ooh.
chick. It's going good.
Little
right?
Thicky.
Little Thicky.
Little Thicky's my new rap name, by the way.
And I'm
I
like,
thought it was a snack. Little thickies. I love those with the screaming.
Oh wait, no,
devils.
isn't that what they call Pete Davidson's dick?
little thicky. I thought it was like little Debbie snacks. Anyway, so I can't doing that, right? Oh, good. We literally making out, and then I literally lose her. Like I don't know where she's went. I'm drunk, and it's too much everything going on. I lose her, right? I'm like,
Wait, did she lose you or you lose her?
no, I lost her. Like,
okay.
I was talking to her, like turn around, and like I walked somewhere, and then she was like gone. And then I'm like, damn, like where did my thinking go, right? And then so I'm like, all right, like I'm a man, right? And I'm resilient, right?
Yeah.
And I go like, I literally probably make like a circle, and I found this other thickie, and like somehow, some way, we literally start making out within like maybe 2 minutes. I don't know how, I don't know why.
Short privilege.
Short
That's
privilege.
what I'm saying.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. This is the thing. This is the thing.
That never happens to me.
There's a way to navigate it though. There's a way to navigate because you got to be a little fly. It is what it is, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm fly. Whatever. And so we started making maybe 2 minutes in, right? Making out with her. All good. And I'm like, and I'm literally like holding her. I'm like, you will be my girlfriend tonight. Like it's going down. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, got it. Right. So we're chilling, and I'm like, okay. So we're like, it's kind of a few minutes. It was like a good like almost 20 minutes in. Like, and I go, yo, like take my phone number, like put your phone number in my phone, right? And as I'm passing her my phone, there was a previous phone number in there, like populated on there, and she goes, ah, and she like freaks out, and then like goes like, no, like no.
Oh,
And
so
then
she's
bounces.
met you before, you're saying?
No. She saw some other girl's phone number populated in my phone. Like, but and then she
It
like,
was probably her friend's number.
no. It was 2 girls before that. I didn't make out with that
Man,
first
you're,
chick.
you're just fucking
I'm
crushing pussy over there
doing
in
numbers.
WeHo?
I'm doing numbers. You got to do
Who
numbers.
do you think you are, Pete Davidson?
It's called
Get outta here.
it's called probability. Okay, the process of elimination. Okay, whatever. Right?
Mm-hmm.
She goes. She freaks out, ditches me. And I'm like, I'm down to two to nothing. Right? And then like I hit up with this other chick, and she doesn't want nothing to do with me. So like, I went from like making out with these 2 chicks and like getting this other girl's number to like to zero. I walked back to my car so defeated. I almost wish I got robbed like those fucking motherfuckers in West Hollywood. Like I almost wish someone came and like
Jesus.
intrigued me a little bit, gave me some kind of love because I got nothing.
What would it be? I bet you it was just these girls like, hey, let's fuck with this guy. You go over, make out with him first, and then we just dip.
That would be
even
that
worse.
That'd be such a great ending.
That would be great. That would be the greatest.
That would be 10 times worse than what I got.
Yeah, I like it better than the getting robbed. By the way, that happened on my block. I am moving, but that happened on my block.
People getting robbed like crazy, yo. I might have a gun, yo.
Just the flash mob robs?
What?
The flash mobs that they're doing?
No.
What's that?
They're robbing people in West Hollywood at gunpoint.
No, I know that, but what's this flash?
The
Flash
flash
mob, like
mob.
up in the Bay Area when they like rush that Target or whatever. Like,
Yeah. And they
Yeah,
hit up
rush
the
the
Louis Vuitton store.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense. Going to places with a lot of surveillance. That seems like a great idea.
It's a smash and grab, though. It seems like it works.
Smash and grab. I thought was like somebody you bang a chick and steal her wallet and leave. But I didn't know about this. This thing is like no. But I don't know what's going on with my great city that I was born and raised in. But things are not right, and it's depressing. I'm moving. You can't even live in Hollywood anymore. I'm moving fucking Compton where it's safer. Yeah, there you go. It's not West Adams is nicest kind of time of year. You know that?
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
It's time to buy a gun for me and you. Like me too. Like I'm here and I'm like I don't know what else to do other than shoot a motherfucker.
Well,
every
I'm a
time.
depressed comic, bro. I don't think there's. I'm happy now, but like, you know,
It can get dark.
It can get dark. It can get
about
dark.
that
He's seen
time.
it. It can get really dark. No, I'm happy now. I'm happy now. Like this year, that comedy's back and everything's getting back on trajectory. But yeah, you know, I know me. Things are gonna happen. I'm gonna self-destruct again, and I don't need a gun in the house for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, my roommate had a gun, and I was just like, keep that shit in your room. He's
Yeah.
like, what if they like come back? He's like, I'm gonna leave for the weekend. You don't want, there's riots outside.
Like, that's
I'll
the
take my
last
chances. I
weekend
got a
want.
2x4.
Yeah.
I got a 2x4. I don't know. I'll call Rodriguez's neighbor. It's like, hey, or I'll just call my neighbor. Hey, you guys an artist? Got someone trying to break in the building. I got you, bro. We gotta wrap this up. So I'm gonna end this. So every week, I just basically end the show with basically an airing of grievances. I pick something. Sometimes it's a thing. Sometimes it's people. Sometimes it's a person.
Okay.
It's just, and the segment is called "Suck My Dad's Dick." SMDD.
What you?
It's my
I don't know.
favorite-
People know that you say that more than anything.
More than anything. More than my fucking mom's name. Like, more than anything. SMD. Suck my dad's dick. We're going to get a visual, I think, by next week. But it's always, a couple weeks ago was Arab dessert because I have a frustration with it because it's not that good. This week, and I'm tired of talking to you people in my DMs where we talk about food. I'm a bit of a foodie, and I hate when you guys, people from New York, I'm tired of you and your fucking food snobbiness. And you just came from New York. Yeah. People think because it's from New York, it's fucking better. It's fucking better. No. They're like, there's no possible good pizza in LA. I'm like, have you tried this place? Have you tried Vito's? Have you tried Pizzeria Moza? They're like, nah, I don't need to, because I'm from New York. It's fucking your fucking food.
Yep.
I talked to someone about Cuban food, and she's like, well, you're not Cuban. You don't know Cuban food. I was like, I'm also not Italian. I know pizza. And then, and you're the same person that told me about pizza.
Yeah.
And you're not Italian, so what the fuck? So, first of all, get your racist bullshit out of the way. Second of all, I'm just tired of New York people fucking insisting on something's good just because it's from New York. Suck my dad's dick. Calm down for a second. Just calm down for 1 second. Get out of your own world. You can't. It's like, I think it's easier to talk to a Trump supporter about politics than it is to talk to a New York person about fucking pizza.
That's true.
Talk to a New York person about anything in LA.
Anything in LA. This is where so suck my dad's dick. Robbie, give me your opinion on this because you just came from New York.
Yeah. I mean, I've come from the earth, and I can say that New York, in order, France, and then Japan. As far as food goes. People from New York be talking all this shit. I'm like, bro, have you been to France? Yeah, food there was good. Go to France. People there are like, it doesn't get better than here. We invented the Michelin star restaurant. Oh, which place has the most Michelin star restaurants? Japan. If you're not from Tokyo, suck his dad's dick.
Suck my dad's dick.
Because that's the only place that they have the best Italian food, they're the best French food, they're the best American food, they're the best goddamn McDonald's you've ever had in your life.
Whoa.
And it's not close, and anyone else claiming to have ownership over some shit is a goddamn lie. I don't care what race you are. Japanese people took your whole race, studied it down to the molecule, dipped it into some fucking fries, and made it better. And that's it. That's what Japan does. You all are losers.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's so fucking true. And I haven't been to Japan, but I know how meticulous they are, and how they get it down to a science. Any Japanese restaurant here in LA is just phenomenal. A real Japanese restaurant, not somebody not even like a Nobu. Go to there's a place called Asanobu. You go down there, they are so meticulous. And they're like, I mean, there's fucking restaurants in Japan where people make rice for 5 years just to move up. You think they might have figured out how to make your fucking pizza?
There's a Michelin star rated restaurant in Tokyo that's literally just 2 chairs in a Subway.
I heard about that.
Right? And
Whoa.
it's fire.
Right.
Everything in I had a strip steak at the goddamn Hard Rock in Fukuoka, and I was like, what is in this strip steak? This is I don't even like strips normally. Not marbled enough. This one was. How the fuck did they do that?
That's wild.
$18.
$18.
I'm just like, Jesus Christ.
70 million yen, but $18.
Yeah.
I don't understand their currency. But
New York food prices be tripping too. They'd be $20 for a fucking pretzel, and they're like, "This is gourmet. This is New York. This is suck his dad's dick.
Suck my
Suck
dad's
his
dick.
dad's dick.
Suck my. It's more the pretentiousness. I'm not saying New York doesn't have some of the best food in the world. It does.
It's the pretentiousness.
It's the fact that there's there can only be us. It's a New York thing.
Yeah.
It can only be us. Well, guess what? You ain't got tacos.
Also, I was about to say, you ain't got burritos.
You ain't got burritos. You ain't got
The
I was
shittiest
just about to
Mexican.
say.
The shittiest
Oh,
Mexican food. Without question.
I was
Suck my-
waiting for you to stop talking, so I'd be like, what about those burritos?
What about those burritos? Suck my dad's burrito. How about that one?
Authentic New York guacamole.
Well, it's a fucking. You mix the mayo in it. Garbage.
Your Taco Bell's not even good in New York. Suck his dad's dick.
Suck my dad's dick, you fucking New Yorkers with your pretentiousness. It's so frustrating because you can't talk to them. And the Chicago people are even worse because you're not even in your pizza is fucking.
I think Chicago people in general are just at a loss. They're
Yeah.
you guys don't get how good our city is. No, because I don't want to go.
Yeah,
I don't like wind.
Yeah.
I don't like-
I don't like
I don't like
cold.
shootings that much. It's okay.
It's okay. They're like, well, you never seen Chicago in the summer. Great, 2 months out of 12, you got a
I
cool
used to live in
thing.
North Dakota, and they say the same thing there. They'd be like, you got to come back in the summer. I'm like, have you been to like LA in the summer. It's even better. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
it's like another level.
How about this? I'll just go to Miami in the winter, and I never have to go anywhere else.
That's
There you
the
go.
end of it. That's the end of it.
Dude, I don't understand these fucking Chicago, New York people with the pizza thing though. They're so stubborn, and that's what pisses. It's more just the lack of logic.
Yeah.
It's
Which
like,
is why Japan always wins, because they're not stubborn about it. They're like, Chicago, New York, Chicago. Let's start working.
Yeah,
so
they're
I mean,
like-
they're not like fighting for no reason.
Right.
They're not like-
they're doing
They're
the science.
They're
of
like,
it.
we'll make it better.
they're not like, let me try my no, we'll do it our own. Only that's what I admire about the Japanese. They're not stubborn like Arabs.
Yeah.
Like how our desserts are bad
Yeah.
because everyone used like butter, sugar, cream, espresso, things like that. While we only had rose water and pistachio, and then they're like, hey, now you guys are up here in Europe. You guys want to take some of this butter and sugar? No, we make rose water pistachio. This is the only way to make dessert.
Right.
And they're like, yeah, they didn't learn. But Japanese people, they learn. And that's why they're you know what? You know who doesn't need to suck my dad's chick? Japanese people.
Word.
But you know who can suck my dick? Those Japanese women.
Word,
Guys,
word.
thank you, Roderick.
Very
Benson,
hot.
thank you so much for coming in.
Thank
I
you for
appreciate
having
you.
me.
Cam, I'm sorry you had a rough time, but I'm glad you're.
The story wasn't that rough.
Depression.
Made out with a bunch of hoes and then.
Yeah, you made out with a
just
bunch of
didn't
hoes.
have
I'm
Came
sex.
sorry
up
about
with
your
nothing.
Stuck out.
Hey,
Nothing.
you know what they say? It's better to have made out with a bunch of hoes and went home with nothing than to not have nothing to jerk off about later. So, good for you.
I was so depressed I couldn't even jerk off. Like I was like,
Did you go get more tacos?
Well, that was a week later. I was trying to be happy and get tacos.
See, that's what, dude. It's always pussy, food, or smoke. One of the three you got to end your night on. So remember that, and you won't be that upset. I mean, the rest you can work out in therapy, but at least for the night you'll be fine. There's always Pornhub and tacos, my guy.
I guess. But we got, I'm still frustrated about it.
Yeah, hey, sexually frustrated, but don't go to bed hungry.
No. It's okay.
Go to bed.